consistent. But I'm just interested if you could explain to me, this has been a debate we've had on the show 20 times, but it's still unsettled in my mind. Why is it okay for an administration to hire an informant to spy on a rival political campaign without telling them? Why is that okay? Are you comfortable with that?
Well, that's not what happened, and actually,
how is that not what happened?
We learned today that every person who's been briefed on this, except Chairman Nunes, now says that the president's account of this, that a spy was put in his campaign, is just not true.
No, I know that there's a lot of lying about it, but I'm not those people.
From the Republicans.
I'm not the president. Here's what I read in the New York Times, and what I think has never been contested, that the Obama administration paid an informant to spy on the Trump campaign and then pass that information back to the Obama administration and never told the Trump campaign. Is that incorrect? What am I missing?
Yeah, well, Tucker, I'm not going to go into classified information. I'll tell you that.
No, that's not classified. That's known. That's in the public, and the Washington Post, the Wall Street Journal, and nobody has said that's untrue. Are you saying that's untrue?
I'm saying that informants are commonly used in a lot of cases to help us catch bad guys. If it was used here,
but
from the evidence I have seen, that would have been appropriate.
No, but you just said.
But from the evidence I will say this, from the evidence I have seen, from the FISA applications I've reviewed, and the witnesses we've interviewed, we would want to know everything about how close the Trumps were getting with the Russians.
Okay, but
and yes, through informants, yes.
Okay, so
I'm okay with
that's somehow incorrect? So I guess what really bothers me is the Orwellian lying going on around this. I just stated what I think are facts. You conceded they're facts. And yet that's not spying. How is that not spying?
No, spying is what you do against an enemy, right?
Well, first of all,
that's what spying is.
No. And spying is what you do. No, you can spy on people you love. You can spy on your own children. It doesn't need to be an enemy. That you're expanding the definition into some made-up land. Well, why is that not spying? If I am watching you without your knowledge, gathering information on you without your knowledge, don't tell you about it, I'm spying on you.
But if a candidate for the highest office in the land is drawing himself, his family, his businesses to a foreign adversary, wouldn't we want our government to do everything we can to know what they're doing and then hopefully try and stop that adversary?
But just one thing at a time. Well, you can see that's spying.
No.
It's not spying.
And
you're secretly gathering information on someone,
has admitted
but it's not spying.
Mitch McConnell, Paul Ryan, Trey Gowdy, they all said it's not spying.
I think that what McConnell and Gowdy and Ryan have said is ludicrous. And I've invited all of them on this show to answer the same questions I'm posing to you, which is, when you're spying on someone, how is it not spying? And of course they won't come on because they're too afraid.
Do you think the government
They're
should
always welcome to come on.
But do you think the government should
I think an administration should have a really good reason before putting a spy in a rival presidential campaign, and I think all of us should be completely freaked out about it. And we should want to know why this happened, but we don't.
I absolutely agree with you. Tucker, I absolutely agree with you. You should have a damn good reason if you're going to use an informant, use wiretaps, use a FISA application on a presidential campaign.
But hold on,
the evidence I've seen, though, gave plenty of damn good reasons.
But tell me why
they
it's
were
not
too close to the Russians.
Hold on, just make me feel better and tell me why spying on the Trump campaign was not spying. Just speak slowly so I can understand.
It was not spying what they were doing.
So what was it?
They were conducting a criminal investigation. And in criminal investigations, when you have probable cause signed off by a judge, you can conduct what they did.
But it's not spying? Because, I mean, look, I'm not asking whether it was justified or not. I just want to start with the definition. Everyone's telling me, including Paul Ryan and Trey Gowdy, those people I'm supposed to respect, I guess, it wasn't spying. Okay, tell me how it wasn't spying. Why is it not spying? They're lying to me. And I find it very frustrating. Let's just be honest about what it was, and then we can move to whether it was okay.
What it was a presidential campaign willing and eager to work with the Russians, and they were doing everything they could to learn more. I want our government to do that, whether it's the Russians, the Chinese, the Iranians,
no, that's not.
And whether it's Democrats or Republicans.
Hold on. You're allowed to work with anyone you want. You're allowed to say, I want closer ties with this or that country.
Really?
Yes, you are.
You want that?
Yes, in a free country, you're allowed to have different foreign policy
views. I hope that changes tomorrow, and here's what I'm talking about.
You think you're not allowed to have different foreign policy views from yours?
No, I'm introducing Tucker, I'm telling you this first. I'm introducing legislation tomorrow. It's called a Duty to Report Act. It says if you're a federal campaign, family member of a campaign, and you're approached by an agent of a foreign power who's given you unsolicited information in a campaign, you have to tell somebody. Ivanka, Donald Trump Jr.,
an agent of a foreign power. Yeah. Let me just, as I've said this before, I know you're new to D.C. Yeah. I would say a third of the city are agents of foreign powers.
Yeah,
not of Russia.
We don't want them helping us.
No, I don't. You know what? I think all of them should leave. But I'm just telling you
we want diplomatic
what you already know, which is this city is filled with people acting on behalf of foreign governments.
And when they start to meddle in elections, that's wrong.
No, they go
and you should
up,
have to tell somebody.
Yeah, they go up to your building every single day and try and win over your colleagues, and nobody says anything about it.
That should be illegal. But if you're trying to give dirt on a campaign, and we just learned today, Ivanka was trying to make connections with Moscow during the campaign.
Look, I've said
like the bingo card has been filled now.
Ivanka is definitely a foreign agent. Consider her name. It doesn't sound American, does it? We should deport her. Okay, but I just want you to be honest. I want Speaker Ryan to be honest. I want everyone just to be honest that this was spying, and I guess that's cool with you. But it was spying, and to lie to us and say it was something else entirely is very frustrating.
If Speaker Ryan, Mitch McConnell, myself, Trey Gowdy, Adam Schiff, if we all agree, and you and Devin Nunes don't you think there's something odd there?
I just want you to explain how it wasn't spying, but you can't. None of you can because it's propaganda.